Hey everyone, welcome back to the DCS F-16 Viper. Today we are flying a SEAD mission over Hama. The objective of this mission is to provide suppression of enemy air defenses for 2 flights of F-15 Easter egg Eagles, and we will be aided with fighter sweep by F-22s, as well as a package of 3 B-52s that are attacking the SA-10 at Hama Air Base. Let's get the Viper started, get the mission going.
Uzi 1-1, request startup. Uzi 1-1, cleared for startup. Wind 060 at 4 meters per second.
We're sporting the excellent livery made by Gunfighter 06. I'll try to link in the description. The Spangdahlem Air Base Warhawks have Glass 5 line jets, so really highly detailed, awesome effects. The weathering on each jet looks just so good, quite realistic. Alright, aircraft started up.
Pull up. Altitude. Warning. Gamma.
The flight controls, work the hydraulics, try to get any type of bubbles in the air out of them so that we can run our bit test. Alright, so we're going to head to waypoint 1, and then we'll head to the target area before the Strike Eagles and make sure that the way is clear for them. Alright. Alright, so you can see the F-22s are now taxiing out. Let's see if we can get behind them.
Uzi 1-1, request taxi to runway. Uzi 1-1, clear
Okay.
taxi to runway 5.
Cool.
2, rolling.
Intelligence has gathered that a dawn attack, which is where we're at now, is the best possible chance to surprise the enemy air defenses as they're changing shifts and waking up and all that stuff. So, alright, positioning behind the Raptors. They're taking off now for their fighter sweep. The Strike Eagles targets are the Hama Chemical Research Center, as well as the Chemical Storage Facility, and Hama Air Base, which is housing several Su-24s that are capable of carrying chemical munitions that have been used to attack civilian cities around. So this is all in an effort to suppress the regime's ability to use chemical weapons in attacks against civilians. So out here in the light of day, early morning anyway, maybe appreciate the quality of this livery. You see the ribs, the weathering, the skin. It looks so good. Alright, there goes the Raptor on its run up. Full afterburner. Oh, what a beast. That is a sexy airplane. Okay, so on the Viper today, we are carrying 2 AIM-120 AMRAAMs on our wingtips, AIM-9Xs, next stations in, and then AGM-88C ARM anti-radiation missiles. And let's go ahead and request takeoff here.
Uzi 1-1, request takeoff. 1-1. You are cleared for takeoff and
Cool.
landing.
There it is.
300 at QSE 29.58.
Now, since this is just SEAD, you know, our flights are just packing harms. If it was destruction of enemy air defenses or DEAD, I would be using, you know, maybe CVU 105s paired with harms or something like that. But we're just trying to make sure they don't shoot at us, as opposed to completely wiping them out. All right, let's get the Viper off the ground. Rotate. And airborne. Gear up. Alright, so we're going to head over to waypoint 1, climb to altitude, and get in our holding pattern, and then we'll push once we hit our push time. That should give the Raptors plenty of time to work through their fighter sweep. Here you can see the AGM-86 air-launched cruise missiles heading over to the SA-10. You can see the SA-10 up ahead is just desperately launching missiles to try to stop these from coming to them. You can even see just how many there are over that way, and that is just crazy. Alright, so we're going to be holding for about 5 more minutes. And I think those AGM-86s will be hitting target pretty quickly here. And so as they get closer, you know, we'll see where they're at and watch the fireworks. Can you imagine just driving down the highway, looking up and seeing what looks like a really small airplane flying right over your head and not knowing what the hell is going on? And not just one, but like 30 of them. It's just madness. The SA-10 is still trying to defend itself. You can see the smoke trails. There's just not enough. There's just not enough missiles in the world at this SA-10 site. It just can't compete with the amount of firepower coming in. That's just madness. We're starting to converge. We're getting really close. Oh yeah, you can see it right there. Oh my gosh. Wow. How do you even compete with that? Alright, so we got about 4 more minutes until push. Maybe a little bit less. So we'll target 4:51 and 15 seconds. That'll be our push time. Oh, we know that the SA-10 is dead, so that is very reassuring. Should make life easy going in because the SA-10 will definitely pose a threat to all of us. So, over at waypoint 2, that'll be our fence-in point. Waypoint 3 will be our initial point, really, kind of the target area. We'll probably launch harms before we get to that point, though. To waypoint 4 is our SA-3 battery that we know the position of. Waypoint 5 is the SA-2 battery that we know the position of. And there's also a wild card in that we know that there's an SA-6. We've seen its radar spikes through recon, but we do not know where it is exactly because it is a mobile battery, and those are obviously designed to be hard to find. So, all right, 12 miles away from waypoint 3, we're gonna fence in. Master arm on, laser on, countermeasures on, lights off.
Uzi, 1-1, Overlord, 1-1, Bra, 1-1-2, 440 at 17,000.
Looks like there's a MiG-23 that got scrambled. I know the Raptors have been contending with them, so I don't think we have to worry about that flight. Okay, everything looks good. I think we're ready. Just position to pre-briefed. Table 3 should have our SA-3, and that's going to be waypoint. So we're 4 minutes and 15 seconds at that mark, ready away from launching at that SA-3. So get a little bit closer here. The MiG flight, but they seem like they are being chased away by the F-22, so I'm not too terribly concerned about them. All right, here we go. You know, I'm going to prioritize the SA-2. The SA-3's range is just so much shorter. You don't want the Strike Eagles to succumb to an SA-2 battery. So the afterburner, and as you can see, we're entering what would have been the SA-10's threat ring. We don't know where the SA-6 is, so we know it's somewhere in there, but we do know that the SA-2 is there, so we don't want to succumb to that. Right now, I'm just trying to increase my speed as much as possible to give the harm extra range, and we're gonna also loft this thing. So it's actually really impressive how high the AGM-88s will get to in terms of altitude. One of my test missions, I launched at around 40,000 feet, lofted the missile, and it got past 90,000 feet in altitude. It was insane. All right, so now you can see on the HUD, now that we're almost in range, we've got some symbology. Here is our optimal loft angle, which we'll follow with the flight path marker. That'll help basically launch the harm like an arrow into high atmosphere. And somewhere basically between this range and this range is the missile will loft, but this is the optimal air right here with the two inverted, the two facing chevrons. So we are now in range. See the boxes flashing. So let's go ahead and nose up and get this harm off the rails. And Mach 1.3 now. See the flight path marker. Once it's in the carrots there, I will launch right there. And Magnum. You can see just in that short climb, I got up to almost 40,000 feet, and that missile is just screaming away. Okay. A little heavy on one wing. That's fine. So, I will now let my flight know that they need to get their butts in gear and start working. And that harm has about 2 minutes of flight time. Okay. Yeah, so that's really cool. And my wingmen are also lofting, so that's really great. Apply some left trim. I'll keep this altitude just because it gives me lots of reaction time, but now I'm going to switch to harm as sensor, and we'll keep on table 3, just because that's the surface targets that we know are in the area. There, the SA-2 and the SA-6 are alive. And here is my harm, now flying straight to the Fansong radar. Boom! Phenomenal. Okay, so we know we don't need to worry about the SA-2 anymore. So I'm going to select this SA-6 here. Now, unfortunately, this is going to be a direct flight launch. I don't know exactly how far the SA-6 is. And so, just try to get the missile in the optimal area for launch here. Let's do another sweep here. Just in case. Yeah, no, the SA-6 is definitely still alive. Okay. Magnum. So you can see this harm has found the SA-6 straight flush radar. It looks like it is heading toward it. And it hit it, but I don't think it killed it. Might be enough to keep it from launching at us. Maybe those radars are dead. Hopefully. So what I'll do here, I'm going to switch to guns just in case. See if a radar comes up. I'm thinking the radars are all offline, so they definitely still have the ordnance. I know that my harm definitely impacted the straight flush, and we took out the Fansong, so all that's really left that could be a valid target is the low blow radar, and that one scares me because you never know. Let's just see what we see here. The low blow should be here somewhere. Do you see something on fire? Oh no, that's still alive. Okay. I'll make a gun pass. There we go. Pull away. We'll dump some flares and chaff just in case they have any nasty surprises, but should be okay. So that low blow, I don't know if they're just trying to keep quiet. waiting for the Strike Eagles to get closer or what. But in any case, they're dead. And as you saw in the prompt, the Strike Eagles are now commencing their attack. So we'll see Hama Air Base, which is over there, and the target area, which is somewhere by us, somewhere around here. This should be lighting up pretty soon here. Here are the Strike Eagles that are attacking Hama Air Base. You can see they're jam-packed with GBU-38s, the bombs on the formal fuel tanks and storage sections down there. Should be in for a pretty good fireworks display, I'd say. And there they go. Holy crap. Wow. That dude went bingo weapons in one pass. You can see in the background his buddy's dropping his bombs. Sheesh. There's a GBU-31 heading toward the Hama Chemical Research Facility. Oh yeah, look at that. You know they were cooking some nasty stuff in there for a fire that big. The GBU-38's flying into Hama Air Base right now. This is gonna be good. But wait, there's more. Bye-bye, fencer. I mean, how do you even prepare for something like that? Alright, I've selected waypoint 6, and I'm going to begin my egress because that was completely insane and the mission's accomplished. There's just nothing left down there. So, let's get to our fence out point, and I'll touch base with you guys there. Alright, we're over the Mediterranean. We are officially safe, so let's get this aircraft configured for friendly flight. Friendly skies, I should say. We're still really good on gas, so I think we should be just fine getting back on the ground. Officially back in friendly territory, and we'll let Incirlik know that we are on course.
Uzi 1-1 inbound.
Nice and easy. One thing about Incirlik too is you got to be really careful because of the unevenness of the runway. Dips and bows. You don't want to pull back the normal 13 degrees that you would hold for nose up attitude while you're aero braking, because you could actually scrape the back end of the plane on the runway. I find that 10 or 11 is about as much as you're going to get before you scrape. Shut off on non-essential stuff here. Let's even another view at Gunfighter 06's amazing Have Glass 5 livery. Look at the weathering, you know, the oil streaks, the slight rust in some areas, the gun smoke. And the tail texture is just really, really good. Shutdown complete. Viper is so easy to work with, I think. As always, everyone, thank you for taking the time to watch. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave a like and a subscribe. I really appreciate it. And by the way, on that note, we just recently passed 300 subscribers on this channel. So thank all of you so much who have subscribed. I really appreciate it. The support is phenomenal. Um, yeah, anyway, this has been Raptor Rising. We'll catch you guys next time. Raptor out.